I was happy 98.9 FM fact sheet Jimedi de bro yene akukuda na wonim de na wonom so wo bi kan wo bi di kire e wo ga na mem ha won sama hodo a e wo memu ene na ye de ebo my guest obi a ono nso ne Jimedi a wodi wo ga na mu no enye asam ketwa nipa hodo a ohu wonum da ne da no ene omudi nkomo ehwezo benya moade amomo no enye nipa ketwa so pen ho asem ko na chidi a ene nipa dom ene be hia do mpo awa na office enye asem ketwa ni dwumadi a wodi eninti da ne da ne manfo di nsa ho so osa akoso eye adwuma wo mra hye bedwam se mra hye bedwani se de be ya nsem ahodo ehia ene nhihye a oman ni hia no ebetimi atoto yie my guest ene adwumadi so eye honorable wisdom Kobla Woyome oye mashibedwani edema manfo ewo Southern constituency na meneno edi dwume anabo ano akama
yenu ya
eda sinzupi
ye be da radi ase
eda ase
oye kama o
ena no wokan na yenwe munhwe se mashibedwani ne wadwuma hoye no nipadoma na wohia ka kire nse edabi du na se wodan wani di kire peso ano so a nipado se na na omuhia na obefi oba office nso etese
edoso we say yeah no bebre hunye like solution center for all problems we bring I confront you mo sana mo ahuno nti the way nimasi ko challenges our families mo from insecurity and as social challenges and as economic challenges and as name them e bani sana usually omo po bi ati o masam and that is the way I take it. That is why ejumano enyedin me who said somebody out there wants to an honest story. Maybe by merely who creates this opportunity amano abekana sema ha natural no eno ebe ma ni temperature down kakra ebe ma ono so nya hope bi say at least what can be biachiro bia anya by the grace of God ebia bibi papa bi efrem ente more or less like a ministry but ejuma no obemu say ebia obema be pesi kanasa be other than just looking at the need of one representing you will not be happy.
Is it unye sika wo mze
no debi unye sika yes debi there is not a place where I say oh baba nye sika
my shebedwa adwuma no sika
oh debi because I mean how much is your salary and how much is your salary and your allowances are compared to the numbers that you represent in parliament almost so no almost say BB Homa, they are running to you and they want to hear something positive about the situation on the and because of that, you know, answer na wa sorry no pabe 7 no na Q fee.
So we call constituency.
And then no crampo constituency there also. And ufie omo munim fie o omo nam kwan so eba. And enya ho kwa na almost 2 hours office. Emi de se wa be u ba be interview me o me office u told me from constituency. You saw it. And I have to give them attention and give them hope.
To me funny week.
Inti usha this is the I bet than the routine thing.
Mufem. The main funny weekend say be our visit constituency. And time burn or man for Bawfi, and nipa do say na within the period, no, Obeshu woman and every conference.
You see, Usually, you know, Urema from the entry point. Ufri Accra. Urema. Ebeyo one was information do baby as a wabakroom.
Ufri nka enko.
Urema because obi abo say MP kan ekono. Waba. Maybe at that time no obi nim up MP hu no. Inti words back around. Inti say ebinu betimia abohwe abafio around that time. Ebe nyumre no ai say omoba amoto are fine, then also attend to them. Then but time omo first omenya opa ya homache because I'm say wada oba sorry. Until no be 5:30 5:30 more na gate omo. And me I don't see it as a problem. Normal omoba then ebie mom normal be transfer.
Nipa be goofy.
Oh yeah, I went there 5:36 6 more no mama kunya no matnase. Na wetie obia ne ne problem o de aba. Nti nya also be ne say sometimes no oh ye we nyina no na also hwe omo stomach in terms of food because
omo abegu fie ho
because wa sorry how much no abo na bia because of 1 or 2 no what started so hwe omo no one baby we started by 7 o'clock. What I say we started by 6:30 and 7. Meanwhile no every fie aba by 5:36 inti kiwa eba ho no nti no na nipa bako eba oho na o kana sema maybe what me engage you for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes because it depending in some or the aba until one leading to another you know so exhausted be answer na next person aba until in the course of that you know people will be hungry until also ya home for breakfast.
Was
also yeah for breakfast.
Item 13.
No, because you see, because Naomi say sometimes, you know, and you're more fault too. Also, I'm sorry in term now to me, bushy eba, because I'm say that's the timer being now any wakasa. And yes, said Tafla so during any fee more mountain or do, but the weird situation I call you know, also more bent them. Nchomo ba sa maybe obi edi kan ba ansa na onwa aba nti na je say akwakwa EQ nti maybe one ba no tata ma o benya MP Hon no ani na ka esi no na akoye baby 8:30 9 o'clock. Meanwhile you have not eaten anything. Nti there was a time an old man nearly collapsed me fie. Yes, as we do baby on say I say, or Shiva. No, be catching them. Said, no, something is happening. And I'm saying, my wife who used to do. Let's quickly get something. I'm way man, breakfast man, and you could see the fifty pa, and the later you say, oh, you're quite okay, and so no, and see, normal, very normal because, and at the end of the day, why you waiting, you know. Not joy. Abum, we say yes.
No cresse binomo figure to say MP corner constituency and nay MP. One mocha bet me a boca 30,000 cities.
Sometimes it's me, bro. Sometimes it's me by less to maybe 20. The woman say, "Oh, corner say events no doors one, especially Easter, and I say Christmas." And I say those special events are our calendar in the course of the year. Oh yes, also to me.
A visit to the conscience. Move as can free.
Sometimes say alone. Bosia. And I can tell if you have a way of determining how MPs some. I mean, most of the MPs, our bank, overdrafts here, and I say credit union. They just say no.
Say no crazy. Kofoka say MPs Bob Bosia chain will be our Ghana.
You see, I believe it. Because
bubbles,
yes, your bubbles, and yeah, I believe it, pa.
Oh, a common for no.
And when I say you have to go because you have no choice. Time of flood you buy, for instance, initial times, no stages, no. Skawahi, Asamatri, Ansana maybe you'll be back more say, oh, me boil with relief items, say, me boil with Sika, say, me boil with whatever. Also, what I say, oh, you be Ansana, will be who say, oh, sorry, baby. And me, the way I understand this whole thing, no, it's a kind of ministry. Oh, yeah, no. Now, oh, the year in I mean, you are just praising God with it. Oh, Debbie. We thank God. Until quickly, no. Also, until, oh, I want some 20,000. I need some 30,000. I need 50,000. Until that son and salary 50,000. I'm a for instance.
Flood nisi.
Very beginning, beginning, scam me was here.
50,000.
Me was here.
Oh,
yeah. Say you call around, you to fuel into cars, into vehicles, and move around. You know, you go around. Because of that, you know, you see people already stranded. Also, to me, baby. Until that is it. And now this expenditure is not something that we are predicting. Say, and it's not like tied to a release of salary and allowance. Debbie. Until a bar na ba. Until what do you do on the spur of the moment? Also copy PPB.
Jesus can over there.
So you tie it to your salary. Meanwhile, the salary, you know, be recorded that one mortgage, higher percentage of it recorded that.
The mojuma honorable no eka.
So you know, there are people, colleagues in parliament today, who say they have come to parliament.
Hey.
Oh yes. Me met me ama investigation.
I
mean, I'm telling you, do your own investigation.
For minority and majority.
For both ends, you know. Oh yes.
I can India.
I say some are they are in good employment.
Oh
yeah, Juma in terms of because good I be subjective. Because being a member of parliament, you know, and serving people, no, you're very good. Serving people and making sure that they are happy in it, you know, now is when your satisfaction. Who says, Kano, you are not even looking at the money. You are looking at how you have put joy on people's face. And then they didn't shrine.
You mean where?
And then they didn't shrine. But sometimes, you know, obe any some mindset, you know, on only the obey into no, of course, this is where to make the money. And I will ja Nejuma or ye. Oh no, Alba. Waba no. And to say the way first what he was getting in the previous job. Until now I'm disappointed.
And you think that
now when it happens like that, you know, parliamentary work in Agasayana untiminyan papa. Because of that state of shock. That state of way, you know, and this is something Upa we investigate. Would they investigate?
Mami found committee back when I was the sports committee.
Yes, sir.
And I know boy Black Stars BB Basa. Me Zegan and me near the performance of the Black Stars. And my movie junior said sports and Casa women more bathroom at the committee level. Send them who Ghana football.
I can tell you that the sports, the human resource, talents, sustaining talents for good output. Who's sustaining talent? No, who manage talent for a good outcome. I think so many things in Koye. And we seem not to know. You say sports development, that's the way I'm beginning to figure out. Say, it is just only maybe, you see new stadium. And now you see infrastructure. A big crowd, nature say, who see infrastructure stadium, and nature say, you are developing sports. You are lying. Now, no crampono, as a country, we have found wanting. Because even when we come to even the infrastructure, we are almost at the verge of getting banned because you need FIFA standard pitches. And Kenya Baba Yara no more consider Yanka by now, ye the home matches in Yabako, other neighboring countries. There no crampono, a time near ticket. It can come at any time. And a whole football nation like us, they do your home games, maybe Togo and Benin. How will that sound? And I say the Cote d'Ivoire. How will it sound? How up to Snan Crampona and Yefe? Instead of that, in terms of infrastructure, we have found wanting. Then the human resource, talents are or saying, give them all the opportunities, manage same properly, then tap it from them. And also another area we have found wanting. Look, a bear one too many, because it looks like our federations are suffering too. We share, you say, call African Games.
All African Games.
Next year.
Mm-hmm.
Bisa who say, among all the disciplines are Yekoi, how many of such disciplines are even undergoing special training? How many of such disciplines are qualified? Even to, because Yemfan said the game or events of next year, the springboard to Olympics in Paris. How many have qualified for the Olympics game? Many of the participating countries are mobile. Many have qualified already, but a warm-up number. And you ask yourself, who athletes are competing with such elites of other countries are airbay? Are you sure they will be among the medal zones? The pressure is on Ghana. Say, hosting events, medals kakra. Far bigger and more than Yetukwaya. I wish you say yes, but me make it some mark because historically, all those other countries are almost hosting such events, Oh, they make sure say that whole idea of hosting and winning, which inculcated into ways of doing things, are reflected in the increase in the medals.
You don't see us say,
but because the point is that, I mean, I'm yet to even hear from the federation say we are ready, even boxing, which we have even boxing. I mean, Maza, we were in Senegal recently. You will know the outcome. I mean, ask yourself, what do I say? Now, resources for them to go and be training even now towards the event, it's not there.
So what is the telling the committee?
No, but see, the point is that the issue of no money and not really giving the full support for our local athletes to train. And yet, Papa. Now, if you come to infrastructure and then the human resource aspect, we are found wanting in both. And so I do not know what the outcome will look like when you finally carry the event out. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Now 0 on football.
I'll come there. My guys, yeah, Honorable Wisdom Kobla Woyome is a member of Parliament for Manfua War South Tongue, and also a member of the Sports Committee in Parliament. Now, we'll be back after this. Fact sheet on Happy 98.9 FM. Na my guest, yeah, Honorable Wisdom Kobla Woyome. Fact, he is the member of Parliament at the Mount for a war Southern constituency. And when I introduce Komokakra, they are from Rashebedra, Rashebedra for. I'm making it clear. Say, I'm Rashebedra for BCC, Krubina Krananga Parliament until bien room tam. Na ni edin komo de afa Ghana yen sports and soccer ankasa ho na Honorable na odo aniche. E den na person ka che.
You see, management is one of your challenges. And then excessive interference is one of the areas I am management
Interference from?
And in there from all quarters, especially from the executive and Abisa to me about 1 phone calls. So I've been interacting with them. What do I say? The way we saw your name. But I keep telling the technical handlers of such national teams, be careful because Ghanaians are watching you and not any executive member or any politician or any big man somewhere. We either come for you, cut off your head, or restore you and praise you.
I mean, technical handlers of our national teams.
That is it.
Complaining to more committee members about interference.
In the past, it's been like that. It's been like that. What I say, you know, sometimes, you know, we keep telling. That's why I am very careful, being who and where I work and my status, by way of being the ranking member on sports. I try not to go into the technicalities of decisions that management ought to take on the field of play. Who goes where, who plays which position, how, that kind of thing. It will amount to like also hearing or interfere. Not that you don't know, but I think wisdom and maybe listening and watching over a period, you could also think that these changes or this or that, or oh, if you had brought in way me, I always restrict myself not to say those things. But I also say fast, say, hey, if you are a coach, you are the head of it, technical management team. We celebrate you
when you win.
When you win. We come after you when you lose. So, which one do you want? Will you want to listen to somebody somewhere who maybe for one reason or the other wants an only player to be featured over a more competent person? What do I say? Over somebody that could do better. And not only say, oh, share external, but you can also look internal and look for the best. I mean, getting 11 of the best players in Ghana to feature as Black Star players should not be difficult because the talents abound. But it's like, who wants what? Acquire business. Everybody is holding something up the chest. This is what should go. This is what should go. Fine. Let those, handling, but you, the coach, you should know that you owe everything to the public, Ghanaians. And so, 1 year in a year, for instance, this Comoros game, and then some other games in the past, Chris Houston, I don't know. I don't think I've been happy with him. But I will leave it at that. I won't go beyond that.
Do you remember, Mr.
I won't go beyond that.
When you have problems, the ordinary Ghanaian,
unless maybe he comes to the committee, maybe upon some invitation to come and tell us something we don't know.
Is it possible you do that?
Oh, I don't. You see, budget. We are now working towards the whole budget thing. We are debating the principles, and then when we are done, we look at the figures, the estimates from the way.
Can we take it?
Then my view with the appropriation. Then we can engage. Oh, of course, we can engage them. Tell the entire technical team.
Can we tell the world that we should expect somebody?
No, can be trying. Yeah, they have any challenge, some difficulties or whatever. We can call them.
Mame Faunra or party na in Komo. The issue of running mate. Asem Kesia, a war for flag bearer John Dramani Mahama. Some say you should even be considered. Will you take it? Will you take it?
Oh, listen, His Excellency, the flag bearer of our party, Woyome, I know he knows what to do and at what time. And he can never go wrong. We believe and trust him to lead and take the decisions that he is already known to be taking. And you know, nobody should stampede him.
Honorable Woyome,
Debbie,
as a running mate to John Mahama,
Debbie.
Wouldn't not be a fine ticket?
Oh, Debbie.
Intimate.
Debbie, please.
Debbie. I won't pay.
No, not at this time.
Oh, okay.
Not at this time.
Not
at this time. Why? But you see, the point is that.
Then I'm more.
You see.
Then I'm more sure.
What's it?
Okay. Then I'm on sure for mama. Nipa ben na on sure for mama.
Oh, I think he knows already. He even made a statement yesterday. I think 2 days ago, and he knows what to do. He knows what to do, and I think he's worked with so many people. There's one in coffee no name who can best, partner him and work in the interest of his vision, and also as well as the interest of Ghanaians as a whole when they buy into the vision. And I know when he outdoors, he has never gone wrong. So far as that is concerned, who won't say why a mistake that. So far, yes. Knowing who I am, I would have criticized it.
Oh, yeah, mistake that.
In terms of choosing who should partner him, because before he would come out even to say, this is the person I'm going with, he would have done all the needed consultations with the Council of Elders, because there's a whole process. There's a party laid down procedures. Processor will go through, and then by the time he comes out with the name, I say that he will never be associated with any mistake, maybe somebody. So we all just have to buy in and move along. And
your consultor, would you advise and he takes? And he found out a person who is free.
Oh, you see, let me tell you.
Geographic.
No, that will amount to trying to push him, and that's it amount to stampeding him. Say, do this. Debbie, let him have the freedom, unconsulted broadly, and I know he will do that. He's a team player. He's a team player.
Do you think there was also a Sunday from 2020? Yeah, take it.
Tio, Mami can be sure. The position he occupies. The interactions he always engages in, any cause, any whatever, and also don't forget, whatever his decisions will be in Ghana, a big matter to the international community, because almost will play a role in if he becomes president in developing our country, in getting what we want to do, and then fast-tracking development, and so on and so forth. I know the development partners, international community, will be very much interested in what happens within the party and then the outcome and so on and so forth. And I know his travels, his meetings, all over, he's taking all that broadly into consideration. And I know with the party elders in it, seasoned party elders, Alhaji Mama Idrisu and his team, and all those that matter. And don't forget, you'll be surprised that our own incoming president would even try and visit some key statesmen and women, you understand, who like, what do you call it, active in politics, but they understand the governance issues and they can appreciate what should go into, the future management of the economy. He would have visited them. So, and not only that, he would involve even academia and involve all broad spectrum of people who matter in making sure, say, by the time he announces any name, whether there's a change or there's no change, will be one which everybody will be happy about. So, I think it's something that we should all be.
As a Mrashebedwani for the people of South Tongu, and then on NDC ticket, and as an NDC MP, who said the NDC is close to power?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We have to work. Even though it is there for us to take, we need to work at it.
And before the power not to harm them.
Oh, but what else? What else? The many disappointments and lies have truth about the economic issues, impoverishing Ghanaians worse, making Ghanaians worse off than before. Mamin Bisa, my big brother, Raymond. Renaud. Yes. Let me ask you a simple question. Maybe, do you think, say, beginning of this year, the purchasing power, maybe of, say, 100 cedis in your pocket, can it be said to have the same strength today? We all know time value of money, theoretically, as if you don't find a use for your money, and you want to keep it without any interest on it, in Enrano. Don't even find but it also depends on inflation, other factors, the degree to which that purchasing power is getting eroded. There has never been a government in power like this government that is eroding such power so faster than you can imagine.
Yes, and we're happy because he's giving you the opportunity to come back to power.
Because of course, Ghanaians and as a human being, we want the best. I should be able to take care of my family. Now, I'm sure said the way I maybe my salary, my take-home salary from my employment was helping me maybe some years back to manage maybe a family of 3, pay my rent, pay my utility, take care of other incidentals without any problem. But now, it doesn't even carry me into maybe 10 days into the month. Then after 10 days into the month, I was saying me called a borrow and son of my children up to the end of the month. Immediately you are paid salary. You have to go and pay back your loan. And then it has become something that every Ghanaian now have become like borrowing to manage things at home. It is so serious this time under this current government. I mean, how many promises haven't we been promised under Akufo-Addo Bawumia government? And how many have they actually delivered? Nothing. Look at young, almost say, they should just go. I kept asking, say, if you know you are not prudent in managing your money you have gone to borrow, for which you will be paying principal and then interest later in some years, what do you say? and you prudent manager biabe say, and I was having putting these monies to proper use in such a way, say, when it comes to interest, now I should be able to pay that interest, and when it comes to paying the principal plus the interest bill now I should be able to pay. And you would have done all this analysis before even going for the money. Okoji says also you're careful, say you apply it in something that can make sure, say, you are able to generate enough to be able to pay back when the due time comes. Now, this is a government that all the borrowings and the borrowings and the borrowings goes into financing recurrent expenditure.
But this is a government that you, a party that led this country, at a time Ghana is more performing abysmal. In fact, NDC suffered the worst electoral fortunes in 2016. And then I try to say more between about correct it, and then you can make it better.
Wow, what is the question? I mean, listen, I think the times that, the situation that existed in 2016, and said are too different from today. And said are too different from today in the sense that you accuse government then of mismanaging the economy.
Same as you are doing.
Now, yeah, so you are accusing that you even came out and say, oh, when you come, you make sure that the CD dollar rate and other foreign currencies, you are coming to arrest the depreciation of the CD to the other trading currencies, international trading currencies, and put the key in the whatever vault at the prisons.
That wasn't a promise. It was after they had assumed power. And the vice president also arrested the amount. No,
he promised, and later he said he has done that.
Okay.
Okay, he said he promised and said he has done that. Okay, the key number IGP say okay, and now it looks like the dollar and other trading international trading currencies are smarter than the vice president, unfortunately, and then maybe the IGP put together, so it has escaped. And now the speed at which it is running, oh, my brother, you see, it's all about proper management of the economy. You see, somebody will say, cut your coat according to your cloth. It's all about making sure you do prudent management practices.
Is that the 24-hour?
That's why if you don't...
Is it the 24-hour economy?
It's a fantastic idea because, you see, if the system can be running, when talking the system, the full system, it's not about you going to maybe trying to get a service and then it's not done. Maybe because there's a time at which the service closes and it cannot be rendered. But if it's something that we have 24-hour service, what do you call it? Service rendered so that people come for shifts. I get them. People come for shifts. What that means is that you will be on the go. Who needs the service? You will be able to even take care of so many things without necessarily thinking about, even if it's about human capital, or you need to be able to manage your own business so that you can also take advantage of the congenial atmosphere created by government. Take advantage. How many times somebody needs simple letter B to be done for him, or call ministry of any of the ministries, and also or call any of the institutions that is supposed to be providing the service? You see, weekend,
the under the 24-hour economy, the ministries will working overnight. Is that what you expect?
What it is that there are more being spelled out, and it should be, because I should be able to go to any ministry, if not the full ministry,
in the night,
and get services rendered
in the night.
I should be able to go there and get services immediately, and if possible, online services are going to be enhanced. To also make sure that either you go there in the physical because these are ways by which you should have things going.
Now go to digitalization.
Obviously, say already, nobody has done digitalization more than President Mahama, who once was the was the Deputy Minister for Communication, and later became the Minister for Communication.
And then even more than Woyome.
Oh my God! I mean, he couldn't have done all the things if the basics have not been put in place. That's who did. It's President Mahama who did all that. What did I say? So all I want to tell you is that whatever it is that you are talking about, I mean that this current government thinks, say, some way, or they are trying to do, or they are doing. They are just simply running away of giving credit to who credit must be due. President Mahama and then the NDC government.
In the area of digitalization.
Masa.
So what are the sectors are more identified a doable under the 24-hour economy?
You see, there are a lot of areas that I'm sure that we can look at. I mean, the private sector needs to grow. Banking services there should be non-stop banking services.
Even in the night?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there should be non-stop banking services. There should be non-stop, if I want LCs established for me to be able to do things for me quickly. You understand? And then it has to be done quickly. Maybe there are certain transfers that must be done quickly. There are a whole lot that must be. So the banking sector, for instance, is something that we need to look at. There should never be a break. And then if you want to look at other services like, okay, I want to register a business. Maybe an investor has come in, and he has very limited time to spend. So he flies in, and then we set and plan and strategize. We should be able to work together with our lawyers to the Registrar General and get these things done of businesses and going. These are areas that there should be non-stop aspect in terms of going for some advisory services on maybe an aspect of the economy that somebody wants to invest in. Maybe the person wants to invest in an energy, maybe renewable energy, and wants to talk to somebody at the Ministry of Energy until maybe they come to office. Maybe he has all limited time to offer, or he has to go back to wherever he comes from, or there must be the need to do a conference meeting or anything. There should be ways of making sure that happens.
Yeah, but you're premising it on maybe.
Yes, because these are some of the things that ought be done, yes. ought be done without any break. Yeah, because that means you are trying to get in
as a policy announcer.
You pay uncrofa baba biejuma. Be invest. Your youth to also get advantage. You need to let the person know, say, on waste time cry immediately. Just say, also meetings also have it, decisions are also taken. All that needs to be done. Wait me a year within the shortest possible time, because that person must.
All the analysis concerning this one has not been fully exhausted by the team before its announcement.
Oh, there be anything that he's just the president, the incoming president Bekano. There are people who are expertly working sector by sector with him. What do you say?
So more an idea of how many people will be employed under the 24-hour economy, and you have an idea of how much it will contribute to our GDP.
Oh yes, I mean
what are we looking at?
You see what it is, and they say, I will love us to do this show again. What do I say? So that I can do all the analysis about all this. What do I say? And then maybe, if possible, it can even be tomorrow. What do I say? And then I will let you have a detailed way in terms of the projections. What do I say? In terms of the projections, immediately this is allowed to kick in. How the economy will immediately be looked at. Unemployment, to what extent it will be solved, to what extent, what do I say, to what extent, to a certain degree, how many jobs are likely to be generated, maybe sector by sector. Generally, raw figures.
Ghanaians should expect that.
Oh, me assure say from, I mean, these things for the current economy and the way it is, we are able to put some figures around to say that, okay, this is how much government is able to do to maybe engage this X number of youth, even though that might not be exhaustive, because we are not really there when we will be able to say, government has been able to employ per month this number of the youth. Because seriously, statistical department or maybe the government association is still not able to comprehensively say that, oh, job statistics, 100%, okay, that can be relied on. However, it's a good start. So we can be able to churn out statistics to tell you that, looking at how it is looking like in this current form of running our economy, when we extend it into a 24-hour, we should be able to tell you by way of projection how much we are likely to even add.
And how much you're likely to spend in an attempt to activate that 24-hour economy.
Oh, yes, because the point is that you should be able to let you know. For instance, we should be able to get so many things running 24 hours. So many of our services going 24 hours. Key sectors of our economy should never go to sleep. Several of them.
Including?
I mean, like for instance, there was a time you import goods into the country, right? And they will say that maybe on Sundays, customs do not work. When we've encountered situations.
Yeah, but the Vice President says even chop bars are operating 24 hours. It's not something new to the country.
No, do you know something? You see, he's not stretching his imagination properly. Okay, for me, I think it's even an insult to those who are in that business, because the truth of the matter is that we are looking at the bigger economy. The chop beds that are operating 24 hours are helping the economy to a greater extent, in a way, in their small way. So if you know that the chop beds are operating 24 hours and you think that could be a solution, why haven't you extended this to other sectors as the Vice President and the Governor of Ghana?
You are an MP.
So the point is that when we are able to formalize the 24-hour, if we are able to formalize the 24-hour, formalize it, and ensure that that is how we are going to run our country. That way.
I think this will be my last question to you. Over person will be on your licensed medical officer, Ebesho, Wabrao, Ontiapo.
Oh, definitely. How can you go and engage the services of an licensed medical doctor to come and check on your health?
Now, how about unlicensed teacher or helper at school?
You see, when you come to teaching, don't forget that we used to have people teachers in the past. And what has been the result of those people teachers in the way they performed? They really contributed to developing the, the human resource base of this country to an extent. Because the people teachers accepted postings to areas that trained teachers, formally trained teachers, wouldn't want to go. And people, like for instance, I have some family members who started as people teachers and now became doctors and PhD holders and masters and MPhil holders. They started as people teachers. And so that also helped them to build capacity because it gave them a way to improve. And it didn't mean that when they were teaching as people teachers, they didn't impart knowledge. They did. And for me, some of them were able to point out some of the brains that went through them. if they hadn't supported effective training.
Doctors
Absolutely, but they started from the village,
yes.
from the cottage, from the cottage, from the cottage.
Licensed medical doctor.
Yeah, sure. But what I'm saying is that
Obi any licensed teacher.
What I'm saying is that I would not throw away somebody who says he's somebody who is not licensed. I won't throw that person away to say that you cannot impart knowledge because you are not licensed.
What if opportunity comes for that person to be licensed as well?
Well, obviously, I think the issue is that you have to write an exam and then become a licensed teacher. But what it is, they say, I would want to get that reviewed in a way. Do you understand? Because don't underestimate some of the people who write this and they get failed. That one, what did I say? There are people who are exceptionally good. I know teachers who are exceptional, who graduated from the teacher training colleges, exceptionally good. If you look at their records, if you look at their transcripts and look at everything they have, they're very, very good. But I'm not going to try licensure exam, I'm fail it. Then, because of this, they are not given the opportunity to go and teach.
Now, there are few ones.
No,
exceptional cases. It's not the entire majority. That's it because of the few ones we should throw everything wholesale and go for the interest of these ones who also have opportunity to do it again.
No, you see, the point is this. It is not, you see, let me, why can't they introduce this as part of the course, in the curriculum?
Okay.
Because you see, introducing that as part of the curriculum would have been a good one, in the sense that when they go through the process and whatever the curriculum or the content of the exams that they are supposed to be writing to get licensed becomes part of maybe the final exams that they write to. In that case, they are really kicked into the mood of learning. And so they'll write on exams. But after the person has finished the exams, and then maybe the economic pressure, there be not economic pressure now. Economic pressure now. So many things are encouraged. Then at that point,
but some economy. So when you come, economy you okay? Why not? So
we can't say in the scheme of things. People go to write exams, not more failure. It is usually so many factors that contribute to it. And you know, when the Anglophone can, you can't put them in better account set so. You see, because when they write those exams, what goes into even the marking process? And see, I don't want to even talk about this. What it is that these are people who have gone into the training colleges. Whatever content it is in the license exams, or exams that they are also mature to become licensed, that one should be made part of the final exams. Into no pass here, it's automatic entry into the system. But why can't say being MBA licensure exams?
Part of final exams.
That is the worst case scenario. Other than that, it's not necessary.
Honorable Wisdom, Kobla Woyome. And now it is here in Komo Fachi. So happy 98.9. South Tongu constituency branch and in Vanabo.
Thank you.
Wonderful meeting. I was